Hello, everybody. Welcome along. We are here for Sunderland versus Birmingham. It is watch along time in the early kickoff in the Championship. Come and join us for the next couple of hours. How is this one going to go? Birmingham looking to pick up points in only the second occasion under Wayne Rooney. Sunderland looking to get themselves back in the playoff positions. Welcome along. Hello, everybody. Welcome along. It is watch along time. We're going to be here for the next couple of hours watching Sunderland versus Birmingham. It's not the first game in the Championship already this round. We did have Blackburn 1, Preston 2 last night, but it is the first game today. Make yourself known over there in the comments. Welcome to GG. Welcome to Ewan. Welcome to James. Off to Saints v West Brom. Saves me watching us getting better. Well, enjoy that one, James, and safe journey across to Saints versus West Brom. Get your thoughts in on this game and this round of Championship football. So, as I said, this is the opener for the Saturday games here. Sunderland, Birmingham at 3 p.m. We've got the rest of the set because we're going to international break, aren't we? Welcome to Harry Mill, Nipper. Afternoon, Mr. Bloom. Very formal, Nipper. Appreciate it. So we've got Cardiff, Norwich, and David Wagner maybe managing his last game there. Welcome, Alistair. Coventry v Stoke, Hull v Huddersfield, Ipswich v Swansea, which I would be at, but my missus, my darling missus, is going to a bottomless brunch or an afternoon tea, I think it is now, but I think it's going to be the same effect there. Ewan, welcome. Sarah says draw. Paul, save your predictions, guys. We'll do them all at once. Kieran, welcome, everybody. Leeds, Plymouth, Borough, Leicester. That's the top three there. Ipswich, Leeds, and Leicester. QPR, Bristol City, as who mentioned that in the chat there. Kieran did. We've got Sheffield Wednesday, Millwall, Southampton, West Brom, and Watford v Rotherham. We'll hone in on this game imminently. You may, well, actually, let's do the teams first, and we'll do my little endorsement thing that I've got to do in just a jiffy. So, yeah, let's go through the teams. In fact, if I just pull this up, you'll see over on the right-hand side of my screen, the league positions there. So Sunderland in 8th. They can, with a 2-goal win, overtake West Brom and go into the playoff spots. Obviously, they would be then prone to being overtaken once again themselves in the 3 p.m. But, hey, possession 9-10 to the law. Birmingham can jump up a hell of a lot of places, can't they? With their goal difference, any win for Birmingham would send them all the way up into the top 10 there, above Blackburn, where there have been actually Birmingham for a fair proportion of the season. It's only the recent drop-off. Some would say the recent drop-off under Rooney, but let's be fair to Mr. Rooney. The games have been tricky, haven't they? Here are the teams then. Shall I try and just enlarge that for a second so we can all see them better? Right, so Sunderland in goal, Patterson, excellent young keeper. We always enjoy watching him. Across the back there, Hume, Sirkin, Sealt, and Huggins. I think FootMob's algorithm has stuffed up the central midfield a little bit there. So we'll call that Neil, Ekwa, and Bellingham. Stick Pat Roberts over on the right. Jack Clark over on the left. Up top, interesting one there. Look, Nazari Rusin up top, Ukrainian forward. We've said that Sunderland have lacked a proper sort of striking option. Obviously, sold Ross Stewart as well, haven't they? So we'll see how Rusin does today for the Black Cats. On the bench for them. Mayenda, Semedo, Burstow, Barr, Nietzsche, Pritchard, Dak, Triantis, Bishop. So there are attacking options on the bench there for Sunderland, but that's what they've gone with. They do, of course, have the top scorer, well, joint top scorer with Smodic, Jack Clark. Smodic didn't score last night, did he? I don't remember, but anyway, he's got 9 goals, Jack Clark, so he's in very, very decent form. Let's go to comments, then we do the Birmingham team as well. Steve, afternoon, some more predictions. We'll do them properly. Smash the like indeed. Today's the day it clicks for Rooney's Blues. Do you think your boys will drop points today, Benjamin? I hope not. Always a possibility, though, isn't it? We do predictions in one go. Plenty of them coming in. Jeff, the Birmingham start winning again. Good luck to West Brom from Christchurch, New Zealand. Welcome, Jeff. Just Smodic score again yesterday, so he's got 10. So Clark is in the chase there. Triantis replaces Serkin. Does that happen in the warm-up or something? We will see what happens there. Thanks for that, Jake. If that has indeed happened. Davey, I see trouble ahead for both of these lads. Matty, not confident as a Blues fan today. Fulham fan, interested to see how Stansfield gets on. Yes, well, that's a good moment to go across to the Birmingham side there because, of course, Jay Stansfield is starting for Birmingham there. John Ruddy in goal for Blues. He's been tremendous for them, hasn't he? A real kind of standout, clever signing there. So, excuse me. Let me just try and do something on the other screen. 1 second. Let me press that button. There we go. Right. Ethan Laird and Cody Drammer are the fullbacks. Sanderson and Awu, at centre half. So that's certainly a Wayne Rooney pick there as opposed to a John Eustace one. Again, Footmob's having fun with the central midfield there. Call that Jordan James and even Sunjic in midfield. Maybe stick Bakuna in the 10 position as well with Burke and Miyoshi wide off. Jay Stansfield, who just got mentioned. Very decent striker there. We've got his numbers for the season up there. We can get them, I am sure. There we go. 5 goals already for Birmingham in 10 matches started. 12 appeared in. Excellent striker. Jay Stansfield scored against my lot, didn't he? Last week. On the bench for Blues, Jukovic, Hogan, Dembele, Keller, Gardner, Longello, Roberts, Oakley, Etheridge. Is that all? If I'm scrolling, there we go. Those are the teams. We'll do predictions in just a minute, but we are in association. Look up there's a good point with Match Bingo today, and Match Bingo have been lovely enough to get me a card for the game. There we go. So we're playing bingo during the match with various sort of criteria, as you can see. If I sort of enlighten you about what's going on with my card there. So like, for example, in the top left, throw-in taken for Sunderland. That should be a fairly easy one to tick off. In the very bottom right, free kick taken for Birmingham. The devious ones are in the middle, aren't they? 5 minutes injury time in either of the halves. Yellow card shown 16, so minute ending in 6. Goal awarded during a minute ending in 7. So, yeah, some tricky ones in there. We'll see how we go with the Match Bingo card there during the game if you want to get involved. So it's matchbingo.co.uk/BBFC, just so they know we've sent you. We'll keep in touch with that during the game. Right, you lot, what time is it? 12:24. We'll go into some predictions and then we'll go into some questions very, very imminently. So let's do it properly now. Bang them all in. You've got 16 seconds when I click the button to get your predictions in for this one. Let me know how you see this going. Predictions in now. Hit it. Triantis is up on my screen. I think someone in the chat said Triantis has come in to replace Serkin. So I'm assuming whoever said that was correct. And Sky have obviously got wind of this. Get your predictions in, guys. I'll let that roll a little bit longer. So we think there's been a late change in the starting lineups. Have FootMob caught up with it? No, they haven't just yet. So get your predictions in for this one. And Sunderland versus Birmingham. I'll let it go a little longer. Read a couple of comments there. Joe, Borough fan, I want Sunderland to smash them. I say Birmingham's owners ridiculous decisions to a point. Rooney continues to hurt them. There we go. Say what you really think, Joe. Laird was having a great half season at Swansea before he went to Bournemouth. Hasn't really kicked on since. Yeah, fair comment that. Some afternoon there from John as well. Right, predictions then. JC Blues to win 2-1. Stansfield scoring. Paul, Sunderland 2-0. Players coming out right now. Sunderland 2-1. Draw. 1-1 says Ali. 2-1. Sunderland 2-2. Lots of draws in here. 1-1 there as well. 3-1 David. Matty 2-0 Sunderland. And I'm a Blues fan. Frank 1-0 Black Cats. 2-0 Sunderland. Nipper 2-1 Blues. JC. Under Eustace, I genuinely believe we could beat these. Rooney, I've not seen any positivity so far. So yeah, thank you to whoever smartened us up in the chat there. Yeah, Triantis is in for Dennis Serkin. So if I bring up the FootMob representation, they're not quite wise to that yet. So yeah, it's going to be Triantis and Sealt are going to be the centre half partnership, and of course switch over Pat Roberts and Dan Neil in there, and do the same with Miyoshi and Stanic, although Miyoshi might well play wide, and Bakuna in the 10 position there for Birmingham. Right, we are coming up to kickoff. Just a couple more minutes, so get your comments in ahead of this one. Any more predictions in there? 3-2 Blues there. Luke, that's got Jukovic vibes there. That surname, I won't try and say it there. 3-2 Blues. He's gone for 3-2 Black Cats. For Christopher, once again, let's just hone in on that championship table. So you can see Sky are telling us that Sealt and Triantis have very few minutes. I mean, they are totally right about that. Very few minutes on the pitch, let alone together for Sunderland. So it's an inexperienced pair of centre-backs there. There's the league table. So once again, Sunderland, a win by 2 goals would take them above West Brom and into 6th. Of course, West Brom play at 3 p.m. They do play Southampton, though, so they may drop points against one of the Year 1 parachute teams in very, very good form. Now, obviously, we've got our Poppy commemorative business going on. We're getting a round of applause. Pay your tributes however you like in the chat. Nice effort by the Sunderland guys. We've got a Poppy coming up there. If they are doing the last post and the minute silence, yeah, pay your tributes however, with hearts or round of applause emojis in the chat. I'm going to keep talking. Apologies if you're in any way offended by that, but we're just going to keep going. Obviously, you'll understand me as a reasonable person. You know, this is a cause I very much believe in here, the remembrance celebrations, but we will keep the stream going. But feel free to observe any silence yourself or pay any tribute by whatever means you see fit in the chat here, as we remember all of those who've made sacrifices for our country and all countries in the past at war. And yeah, we are getting the last post now. So I will continue broadcasting, but feel free to give tributes in any way you see fit, as we remember those who have fallen protecting our country. There you go. Birmingham down there in 15th. A win for Blues, as we said, would take them all the way up to 10th after that defeat for Blackburn Rovers. Now, we've got military there doing the commemoration here, and the last post is currently being played up at the Stadium of Light. Feel free to get your tributes in however you see fit, guys, in the comments. As Wayne Rooney and Tony Mowbray take the minutes silence there. We'll just keep going as ever here, but obviously with my thoughts to, as we said, those who have lost their lives defending our country here. Commemoration, excuse me, easy for me to say, the commemoration still going there as we zoom in on the poppy embroidered in John Ruddy's shirt there, the Birmingham keeper. We just changed the scoreline up on the banner there. It's a Sunderland versus Birmingham. And the commemoration has finished, and a round of applause breaks out. And everybody having paid their respects, we'll get into the football now. And do us a favour here. Let's do a like spike before we start. So if you are watching right now, do hit the like button. You've got 9 seconds to do it when I trigger the video. Let's go for a like spike. Please hit like if you're watching. You've got 9 seconds. Away you go. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Thank you for joining me here on the Watch Along today. As ever, it's a pleasure for me that you guys choose to watch along with me and with each other and with the channel. Really flattering. Just make sure you keep giving your opinion during our broadcast here. And keep that chat flowing. It's all about you guys, really, and keeping the conversation going. 32 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. Please do hit like if you have not already. Right. We are good to go then. It's Sunderland versus Birmingham. Let's just bang up the teams one more time. We are all good to go. If you're watching on Now TV or your smart TV, as ever, you might not be lined up. So we will do a timestamp as we go. There are teams there. Sunderland, Patterson, Serkin, or not Serkin, in fact. It's going to be Triantis and Seal, Huggins, Hume, Neil, Eckwood, Bellingham, Clark, Roberts, and Royson. And for Birmingham, Ruddy, Laird, Sanderson, Ayew, Drama, Call It James and Sunyits, Miyoshi, Burke, Bakuna, and Stansfield. Didn't you predict the Lindsay header last night? Unreal. I will take it, Daniel. I mentioned one, didn't I? Because it was on my match bingo card, a Preston headed goal. I said, I'm looking at you, Liam, Lindsay. Ahmad, if I'm pronouncing that right. Hello from Indonesia. You're very welcome. Wherever you are watching today. We'll do a roll call later in the show, and you can tell me all where you are watching from. Appreciate you all joining. Let's get into the action here. We are underway, and we are 1 minute in. Let me know if you do need a timestamp if you want to get properly synced up with me. Eckwood has got it in midfield for Sunderland. Knocks that one out to Niall Huggins, who scored that brilliant goal. Who was that against Watford? Am I right? Am I remembering that correctly? Liam, hello from a cold day in MK, just down the road from me, Liam. So I know how cold it is, matey. Knocked forward. They've got it in the drop zone here, Sunderland. Oh, it's driven goalwards, not too far wide from Royson. We've got our eyes on him, the Ukrainian forward. Nice and direct from Sunderland. He picks it up in the 10 position. He just hits it with the right foot. He slices it, really, doesn't he? It's not a bad effort, is it? You can see the fans behind the goal don't think it's missed by much. Positive start for Royson as Birmingham play out for the back. 1-0 Spurs, says Liam. Brennan Johnson, brilliant stuff. Big fan of Brennan Johnson here for obvious reasons that you'll know if you're familiar with the channel. Roberts knocks that one inside. Dan Neal, Huggins, Roberts again. Sunderland have started better. Ekwa. But here comes the first counter-attack chance for Birmingham with Stansfield. Welcome, Dave, in the chat as well. And foul. And Sunderland win the free kick. 2 minutes 45 gone. Sunderland, we say dominant. We can probably say dominant, can't we, thus far? As Roberts knocks a poor ball forward and Birmingham will have a chance to take the sting out of it. 1-0 Peterborough. So early goals. Thanks, Annie, in a couple of the other games going on. It's Wolves 0, Spurs 1, as I think Liam told us. Brennan Johnson with the goal there. And in League One, oh, that's a local derby, isn't it? Thanks, Annie. Posh 1, Cambridge 0. Welcome, Gavin. One of our friendly Luton Patreons who's sunning it up in the Premier League. And good luck to him, I say, as well. By the way, speaking of Patreons, you can hit the join button down there. Get involved. We'll be doing a roundtable chat. Come and chop it up with me on the roundtable in the international break. Just hit that join button. Obviously, I greatly appreciate all your guys' comments and all your likes and whatnot. But if you do want to support financially, it does help me and Shaylee and Enid out. Obviously, you can hit the join button as well. Alan, another Fulham fan, keeping their eye on Adam Stansfield, who of course is Jay Stansfield's late father. Jay Stansfield on loan from Fulham. I remember Adam Stansfield playing, and when I was working with Jamie Mackey, he was a teammate of Adam Stansfield over at Exeter, very revered player. Jules, one of our Ipswich mates, as you can see by his rather cantankerous picture. Welcome, Jules. Welcome, Bremner's Ghost. Sounds very Leeds to me. There. Up the Blues. Keep right on. Ollie Burke is down. It's going to be a free kick to Birmingham. It's kind of clumsy rather than anything. He just gets clattered into. There's two players with him, isn't there? Crikey, that's a stat. Ollie Burke, who's been around absolutely years. I remember covering him on Blue Monday when he was with Forest. That must have been, does anybody know? That must have been, what, 2016, 17? Only played 100 games. You can see where the issue's been there. 2-0 Posh. They are flying in a local derby in League One. Stoppage in this one. Burke still down. Newport tickets were 28 quid. So never, ooh, ouch. Oh, sorry, Alan. You are a Blues fan. Got that the wrong way round. But we had some Fulham fans in the chat earlier commenting on Stansfield. The camera's on Lucas Jutkovic warming up. Although I'm not sure it would be he who replaced Burke, to be honest. We will find out. Interesting that Shariki Dembele, I think I just saw him warming up, is on the bench for Blues, who I would consider, well, you tell me in the chat, probably their best player, isn't he, Dembele? I know they've got a couple of really good youngsters, but certainly in terms of the output so far this season, I'd make Dembele star man. Mason Clark, both goals. Is that right, Annie, for Posh? Thank you. Thank you for the update there. Camera on Scott Hogan as well. Dembele, Hogan, Jutkovic. They do have options off the bench. The fact that none of them are on kind of shows Wayne Rooney maybe wanting to do his own thing. I'm not sure what happened there to Burke. Did he get trodden on? I don't think he got trodden on afterwards. Didn't look... Oh, he's feeling his... Oh, it must have been the way he fell. He immediately reached for his sort of right ankle. So you think there he's just landed funny on it. I don't think it's an impact one from either of the Sunderland players. to be honest. 13 goals, 6 assists in 30. Oh, great stat. Delayed pilot there. For Royston in the Ukrainian league there. Hogan's passed it, says Alan. Maybe so. But he's on the bench today. Liam, expect Bristol City to buy a couple of Oxford players. Yeah, you'd think that may. I mean, they've already got a couple, haven't they? Another foul there. Sanderson on Job Bellingham. Sunderland have got it across the back. That's taken the sting out of the game, hasn't it? That little stoppage for Ollie Burke's injury. Sunderland were looking pretty decent there, weren't they? AEW tickets on sale 1st of December. I was very honoured to be Dave's guest for that wrestling event at Wembley, which I very much enjoyed, actually. 3-0 Posh. What's going on? Jules, off to the pub. Enjoy. I'm supposed to be neutral on here. So I'll say, Jules, I hope you particularly enjoy yourself today, but may the best team win when it comes to Ipswich versus Swansea. And I'll keep it down the middle. Unavailable defenders, excuse me. Plenty of them for Sunderland. 5 of them list, including Dan Ballard, who I'm a big fan of, and who Sunderland dropped a fair transfer fee. Who scored the 3rd goal, Anna, for Posh? Has he got a very early hat-trick there, Ephron Mason Clark? Spread wide by Jack Clark. Lovely ball out to Roberts. This looks good for Sunderland. Roberts into the box, inside, outside, inside, puts it across Clark. Clark inside. Oh, goodness me. It was Niall Huggins who hit the shot. Not a good shot, I have to say. Probably you'd hope that would be Huggins passing to Clark, not the other way around. And it was the brilliance of Clark that set that attack up. Roberts did well. He doesn't know whether he's coming or going there, Cody Drammer. Yeah, he probably... Is it fair to say he should score that? Yeah. I'm going to use Huggins' own words there, judging by the way he looked up to the heavens. Corner in. Oh, decent strike that, actually, by Dan Neal. And Sunderland looking good again there. Just the corner was headed away. Very good strike, actually. John Ruddy has that covered. He pulls his hand away, but it's not far off, is it? Ewan, great Trevor Francis, made his debut for Birmingham age 16. Indeed, what a player he was. No longer with us, sadly, Trevor Francis. Kwame Poku. They always have good forwards, don't they, Peterborough? Stock up in that area as a matter of strategy. Roberts is 1v1 with Drammer again. He's got Drammer on toast here, Pat Roberts, hasn't he? He's done well. Knocked back inside. Royston wants the shot. Hits it. Oh, unlucky. Hits the post. Sunderland really dominating this one. Now, Ruddy was beaten then. Roberts knocks it inside to Royston. Again, hits it across. Goodness me, how are Sunderland not in front here? They are well on top in this first 10 minutes. Ekwa goes down. No foul given. Here comes a Birmingham counter. No, it doesn't. And they can't get Miyoshi away, but they pulled it back for a foul. And that was unlucky, wasn't it, from Royston? Hit the post. And Ruddy is well beaten. It's excellent from Roberts again. Engineers the shot. Oh, yeah, you just have to say unlucky sometimes. He hits it well enough. Left-footed. Oh, just inches away for Sunderland. Get any decent contact on that. That's a goal. I'm assuming Alistair is talking about the Huggins shot rather than the Royston shot there, and I agree with him. Alan, I want to say, love your channel. Thank you so much. Remember the Ipswich team in the later 70s. What a team that was. I don't, but I'm very proud of them from everything I've heard from the likes of yourself. Alan, Dave, Cifuentes in for a centre-back and a striker from his old club. What is his old... Remind me what his old club is. Dave, I can't remember. David, a little late to stream. How's the match been so far? David, I'm going to use the word dominant. Sunderland dominant. 3 efforts on goal. 1 fell to the fullback. He should have scored. You'd have wished it would have been Jack Clark rather than Niall Huggins who had that shot. And shot, and Royston, the striker, hit the post there. Unlucky with the left foot there. He just cuts across the shot. They're in a big muddle there at the back. Sunderland nearly let Ollie Burke in. Really poor from the guys at the back. It was Triantis. Sky did put up the stats about Triantis and Seal being a very young central defensive partnership. Maybe a little bit of naivete, as they would say in the USA. I'll say naivety, if that's a fair comment, not too disrespectful to Triantis there. Nearly got badly caught out there, didn't he, by Ollie Burke. It would have been one of those situations where both the keeper and the defender come out right to the edge of the box, sort of leave it to one another, and Burke can just nick round them and slide the ball into the back of that. Hammerby, that's it. Thank you. So we'll see if any Oxford players are off to Bristol City and any Hammerby players are off to QPR in January. Both centre-backs, 65 minutes. Championship experience. I mean, look, I never want to judge someone for being inexperienced because we're all inexperienced, whatever we do, whenever we start, aren't we, in life? And the only way to get experience is to be given a chance. And I'm sure we all would love to see, us and our own get a chance. But it is difficult when you've got two players that inexperienced coming in. Blues had a great defence until Rooney came. Totally changed everything. Brannigan. He's been a star player for Oxford for a fair while in central midfield. I remember during COVID, that famous game where he scored 4 penalties in one game, Cam Brannigan. Sort of leader of that Oxford team under Carl Robinson. And Liam Manning latterly, who's now made the jump, obviously, to Bristol City. Free kick for Sunderland. 14:22 on the clock. I'm going to try and reach over here and turn the heat up. Because as you know, this garage office gets a bit cold at this time of the year. Anyone who was following during the World Cup streams at whatever it was, 11 in the morning. If you can see that in the corner of the picture, those are Dettol multi-purpose cleaning wipes. I'm sure others are available. Free kick then to Sunderland, and we'll have a check-in with how our match bingo card is going pretty well, actually, I have to say. But Jack Clark has got to take this free kick. No, he's not. Ekwa hits it instead. This is fairly decent going. Can you see my bingo card there? We're in association with Match Bingo today, if I get my point right. Look at that middle line. So to complete that middle line there, I need a headed goal by Birmingham, and I need a yellow card shown in a minute that ends in 6. But we're going well. No one has won one line yet with Match Bingo. Crossed in by Clark, headed goalwards by Royson. All the Birmingham players point for a goal kick. All the Sunderland players want a corner. Away the lads. Sunderland, a much better side on paper, should be an easy win. I mean, I agree that Sunderland, statistically, whose hand did that hit? I think it hit. Did it hit Royson's hand there? Hard to say. Sky giving us a super slow-mo. Clark puts the corner into the near post. And we do have the opening goal. And Joe Bellingham is the scorer. The corner is flicked on at the near post. Bellingham in the right place at the right time. Just cushions it in on the volley. It is Sunderland 1, Birmingham 0. And a name we mention a lot on this channel, Bellingham, is the scorer. Yeah, it's poor from Birmingham defensively. Ollie Burke is marking Bellingham. Never like to pile in on one particular player, but he's quite static. Bellingham doesn't have to do a lot, does he, to be able to just get in front and then cushion that in. Kudos to Rysin, the Ukrainian. He glanced the header across and Bellingham put it in. And Birmingham are in the box really for the first time in the game there. And Bakuna, first time we've mentioned him. Maybe should have crossed it there. Sorry, I was focused on talking about the goal. For some reason, they're showing us the handball shot. Oh, no, I tell you what they're showing us. And they're right. It shouldn't have been a corner, should it? That's a bad tackle by Ethan Laird. He's going to get yellow card for that, surely, isn't he? Just smashes Jack Clark. Sky are right. If he doesn't get booked there, he is so lucky. That looked like the most nailed-on yellow card you'll see. Yeah, he's got to. Yeah, fair play. Ref, who is it? It's referee Whitestone today. It's just a definite yellow card. You can't go through the back of your man like that and not get anywhere near the ball. Well, the ball doesn't matter. You just can't smash through the back of your man there. Some frustration for Laird. But yeah, Sky right shouldn't have been a corner. We'll give the officials a pass. It's a really hard call to make that one. It kind of quickly, it does ricochet off a hand actually and hits Royce. So shouldn't have been a corner, but a really difficult one to call there. Once you do get that bit of bad luck, which Birmingham have got, to be frank, you've got to defend the corner better. I'll go to the comments in a minute. It's all kicked off here. Bakuna driving forward. Right, let's read your comments on that one. Shouldn't have been a corner, but yeah, well said, Matty. Yeah, I agree. Job, nice finish. That comes from a corner that wasn't a corner, but very much it. Yeah, you lot, I love our audience. You're so balanced. And we've got Matty, who's a Birmingham fan, even admitting you've still got to defend the corner after the bad bit of luck. Obviously, even in VAR land, they wouldn't have overturned that because it's by no means clear and obvious. So we'll give the officials a pass on that one. Joe Belling, what a strike that was! And there's a Rooney out. I must admit here, over on Match Bingo, we can get a bit excited because I've got one of the difficult ones. That was, have a look up there on my difficult middle column. That was a goal awarded in the 7th minute, which is very difficult to get. So we are looking good on Match Bingo here, and nobody has claimed a line yet. So I'm enjoying this. If I win, I'll give the money to charity, by the way, obviously, because I'm endorsed by Match Bingo up here. But still, it's fun playing along. Get involved, matchbingo.co.uk/BBFC. Sunderland absolutely deserve to be 5. Matty, prayers for Matty in the chat. He's one of our Blues followers, but he's a very honest one. And yeah, Sunderland are dominant. In fact, let's just drill into what Matty has said there, because he is. I mean, he's right by my eye test, but let's see what the numbers say. In fact, let's not, because Sunderland are attacking again. Does Bakuna foul Bellingham? I don't think so. Referee Whitestone lets it go. Birmingham just can't get into this. Sunderland are playing well, aren't they? Here's James. James pings that down the middle. What a pass by James, but Burke can't control it. If Burke had the first touch that his manager used to have, which is a very unfair comparison because his manager is one of the greatest strikers England has ever produced, he would have been clean through on goal there. That is very unfair to compare any championship striker to Wayne Rooney, but it's going to happen because he's the manager. I did want to do the numbers after Matty's comment there, and they aren't good, as you can imagine. Let's do them right now. Look at that, 68-32 on the possession. 1.06 XG to 0.02. Birmingham created absolutely nothing. 9 shots! For God's sake, 9 in 21 minutes. That's mental. So, yeah, you can see. We can read the numbers however we see fit, but I think everyone will come to the same conclusion. Roberts into the box again against Drama, who does much better this time. That's the 3rd or 4th time, correct me if I'm wrong, that Pat Roberts has been 1v1. From the same pass, to be honest, from Jack Clark, just picking up on the left, switching the play out. Here he is again. This is really good from Sunderland. They're really dominant. Dempsey Doe, Championship presents Rooney at Birmingham, maybe. And why are Ipswich the only team that can beat them, hey? Rowett to Zola 2.0. I can't disagree yet, Liam. 9 shots, that's insane, isn't it? Do we think Birmingham have been a bit unlucky with results, or is Rooney not inventing his playing style? I think you could argue both sides, David. They have been unlucky with the fixtures and a real hard run, but Sunderland are just beating them up at the moment, aren't they? Who do you think will win in charge? Stick your thoughts in the chat. Although, the corner's gone in. They're going to go 2-0 up, surely. Oh, my goodness me. Bellingham completely miskicks his shot into the ground. Sunderland are murdering Birmingham at the moment. They are absolutely battering them. They've hit the post twice. They're 1-0 up as well. Huggins should have scored. Bellingham should have scored then. This could be 2-3-0 already within 22 minutes. There's utter dominance from Sunderland. We'll wait for the Sky replay, but it's actually quite poor from Bellingham. Jude Bellingham would have scored that. Jude Bellingham would have backheeled that one in. No offence to Job, of course, but just kicked it into the ground. And my God, give us a replay, Sky, before I get your comments on. That's another corner. It's piss poor, excuse my language, on the near post. I think it's Ayew. Just he's got to clear it with his feet. He goes for a really low header. To be fair to Bellingham, his first touch is good. His spin is good. His shot is poor. And look at Tony Mowbray. Tony Mowbray is saying exactly what we're saying then. How have you not scored that? He does the first two bits beautifully, doesn't he? And then just hits it into the ground. Now, Nathan, this is abysmal, I assume. He's Blues fan. He's right. This has been embarrassing. I can't disagree with the Blues fans. I'm such a fan of Wayne Rooney from his time as a player, but they've been dreadful, haven't they? Sunderland are absolutely demolishing them here. It's only 1-0. And as someone pointed out here, you've got to score when you're on top. And they are so on top. This looks like a 2-0 outcome as Joe Bellingham tries to get the crowd really up to make sure they guarantee that goal. Alex Birmingham playing so much like Steve Bruce right now. It's not good. Poor old Steve Bruce getting in there. Sorry, I didn't answer Christopher's question. Who do you think will win, Edwards or Cifuentes or Manning? As in who will do the best or who will win today? Pass. And we've got Cifuentes and Manning going against each other. This would never happen under Eustace. No. Maybe. And it's hard for me not to be biased in terms of Eustace because obviously he came on the channel, didn't he? And he's good mates with Sam. But he said very well, his philosophy was to make teams hard to beat. And the Birmingham ownership didn't want that. Fair enough. Here comes Laird into the box. Laird cuts it back. Burke. Oh, Stansfield. Oh, my goodness me. They nearly equalised them, Birmingham. And every Sunderland fan would have been, how are we not winning this game? It's a really good move by Birmingham, to be fair. Here comes the counter-attack. For Sunderland. Clark into the box. Clark, brilliant dribble. Good tracking there by Sanderson. Really good game this now. Birmingham could have equalised there. Stansfield, big chance, wasn't it? Swiveled. I think he was he inside the 6-yard box or just on the edge of it? He just swiveled and very much like Bellingham a minute ago, just didn't quite catch the shot. Pat Roberts is down injured. This is great stuff, by the way. In terms of entertainment. We'll go to your comments in a sec. Roberts is down. I'm hoping first, let me just see the replay of what was an excellent attack, actually, by Birmingham. They've done nothing in the game attack-wise, but that was excellent, wasn't it? Sanderson, good ball. Miyoshi finds the pocket. Great ball by Miyoshi. Cut back, miss hit. Oh, he really should score, shouldn't he? He's probably 4 or 5 yards out, isn't he, Stansfield? Just doesn't. I mean, it's a good bit of covering on the line, but oh Christ, Bakuna! I didn't see that tackle. No wonder Pat Roberts looks cross with Bakuna. Mowbray holds this rubbish tackle by Bakuna. He probably should get booked for that. Maybe referee Whitestone didn't quite catch that. This game is complete madness, and I love it. The last 3-4 minutes were tremendous, weren't they? We are just. Pat Roberts is getting treated. I've got to say, Bakuna should have been booked there, I think. Not a good tackle right in front of Tony Mowbray on the touchline. He really hit him hard and got nowhere near the ball, did he? Can we invoke, looks like a training drill for Sunderland? Yes, we could have, but then Birmingham just made a really big chance, didn't they, for Jay Stansfield there. So true, Eustace was the man. I'm a Norwich fan, no disrespect, but who do you think should replace Wagner? He's not gone yet, but may well be going. Route would be good in my view, says John. We should have scored there. Forgot Joe scored against his former club. Yes, didn't he? Second club at 18. Look at that, woof. 27 gone. It's been a really entertaining watch, hasn't it? Sunderland 1, Birmingham 0. Sunderland genuinely could have been 2 or 3-0 up. Didn't take their chances. Birmingham themselves just had a really big chance. Decent attack with Miyoshi finding the pocket. Fizzing it through to Laird. Burke sort of misses his kick, but it falls really nicely for Jay Stansfield, who probably should have scored. Has anyone got the first line on Match Bingo? No, they haven't. And look, I'm 2 away on 2 of the lines there. What do I need? Oh, Christ. I need a third substitution for Birmingham. And I need an offside for Sunderland. That's not going to happen. Headed goal or not going to happen soon. Oh, Stansfield nearly nicks in there. They nearly got caught out playing out from the back. How many times have we said that in the past couple of years? Here is Bakuna. He hits the shot and it just skews wide. What do I need? Yellow card in the 6th minute. That's more likely. And a Birmingham headed goal. My bottom line, not looking great here on Match Bingo, who we are in association with. Thank you for supporting. Then can see Beale in at Norwich here. That's a possibility if and when and if. Use whatever words you're comfortable with. David Wagner is relieved of his duties there, which he may not be, but all ideas are that he's a dead man walking, poor fella, at the moment. Sunjic, Miyoshi trying to find that little slide rule pass again. In it comes. Miyoshi has equalised. He's been on fire the last few minutes. Miyoshi, and it's a ball in from Stansfield. It's a really good first time finish. Do Birmingham deserve to be level? Probably not. Are they level? Yes, they damn well are. Miyoshi, the scorer. How about that? Sunderland at 1, Birmingham 1. Well, I'm going to be critical of defending again. Who is it that Miyoshi just ambles off there? He doesn't track the run at all. I think it's Dan Neil, the captain, isn't it? And the centre-halves aren't badly positioned in terms of... And yeah, I'm kind of with Jensen Seal, who says, come on, run with him from central midfield. He's been Birmingham's best player the last few minutes, Miyoshi, and he's got the equaliser. I have to say, I feel a bit badly for the Sunderland fans because... they deserve really to be in front, but you've got to defend your box. And from my view as a neutral, this is just an excellent game, isn't it? Sunderland 1, Birmingham 1. Miyoshi with his 3rd of the season. He's been really good the last few minutes. He's been the catalyst, just coming in off the right-hand side. He played that slide rule ball through to create that big opening for Laird and Burke and Stansfield. Here's Huggins in a good position. It's the shot blocked out. This game is so open. It's fantastic watch, I have to say. Ekwa on the edge of the box. But Miyoshi was the danger man, and Miyoshi gets the goal from Stansfield's cutback. Let's have a look at your comments on that. It was coming maybe from a couple of minutes, Alistair. What did I say? Take your chances on top, man. You're right, David. How is Rooney celebrating? Shocking defending. That's good. I predict 2-1. Still don't want Rooney. Well... Rooney is overseeing what would be a decent point. I think I went for a draw in this one in the predictions with Sam on the Championship check-in. Birmingham don't really deserve to be level, but they are level. And now can they get themselves a foothold in the game? You can see if Rooney can shore this up and get a bit of balance between defence and attack. He's got some good quality attacking players there. I think maybe the best one, Dembele, is on the bench, but Miyoshi looks certainly a very tidy player, doesn't he? And you can see something maybe building down the right with Laird. Everyone rates Stansfield, don't they? Yes. I have to say, Dan Neil, who I'm a fan of, he knows, doesn't he? Just doesn't track Miyoshi. And the criminal thing is he runs right in front of him into the centre of the penalty box, doesn't he? So, oh, here come Birmingham again. They're looking for Stansfield. They're having a good little spell here. Blues, aren't they? Jordan James wins it back. Equa then for Sunderland. Oh, goodness me. John, off to watch the mighty Vale, Rains Park Vale. Very nice in the Isthmian. Isthmian. Put my teeth back in, not spit at the screen, my bad. Rooney should be manager of Everton one day. Started there, should feel at home there, absolutely. Well, he's got to earn it, hasn't he? Last 10 minutes, Sky giving us the numbers. Whoever said it was coming, they're right, because they have been on top there. Rooney just chattering away to his staff. There's John O'Shea sat next to Wayne Rooney. Ashley Cole on the staff as well. Some really big names there, of course. I'm sure the Birmingham fans will not care how big the name is as long as they deliver. Good win there by Sunjic, who powers forward. They've won it high up. Sunjic, Miyoshi, the danger man, the goal scorer. Step over from him. Miyoshi puts the cross in. Sunjic near post. Oh, my goodness. Literally right the way across the 6-yard box. And I think was it Burke there, had a bit more of a striker's instinct there. Just take everybody in the ball and stick it in the net. He could have had a second Birmingham goal. Playing well now, Birmingham. Ross, Coventry fan here, really need a win against Stoke. Don't think anyone disagree with that. Stansfield is way too good for him. Stansfield, good player. Yeah, very good player. And I like his journey as well. Was at Exeter, wasn't he, on loan last season? Stepping up the divisions. Can he get to the Premier League with his parent club, Fulham? Thank you, everybody, for joining us. 66 likes. Do hit the like button. Hopefully, we can get up around the 100 mark during the show. Here is Jensen Seal, one of those young centre halves. It's knocked into the corner. Match bingo update. Still nobody's claimed the first line. And I'm 2 away on 2 of my lines here. Here is the goal. Oh, it's not the goal. Yeah, if Burke can just anticipate that. I know it's easier said than done. Miss kick from Sunjic on the near post. Big names, none of them have a clue. Alan's words, not mine. I reckon Ipswich wheels coming off. I keep hearing this wheels coming off thing with Ipswich. It's just, I'm not having a pop at Dempsey Doe who said it. The idea that a promoted team from League One, who's the third best team in the past 200 in the Championship, third best team in the last 10 years, up against 3 U1 parachute teams at the top, drawing 2 games as the wheels coming off is just crazy to me. Yeah, look, there's going to be a regression to the mean for Ipswich, but the idea that it's some kind of collapse is just wild to me. Will Leicester, Leeds, and Southampton ultimately overtake them? You'd imagine they would, looking at the squads and the finances. But yeah, wheels coming off. No, regression to the mean. It will come, won't it? Did not see that coming. Who scored for Birmingham? Miyoshi. Come on, Sunderland, says AK-47. Warriors. Warrior, singular. Well, not even singular. I was thinking warriors, as in somebody who worried. Not someone who's a worrier. Do they worry? Would that be the verb? Noun? Excuse my English. Shaylee will kill me. She literally teaches at a primary school, and I don't know the difference. Free kick to Birmingham, which Miyoshi, who's been their best player and is the goal scorer, is going to take. He swings it in left-footed, cleared by Equa. And here is Jack Clark. Look at that. He just effortlessly spins away from 2. Tries that pass that he's pulled off already a couple of times from left to right out to Pat Roberts, but they're wise to it. this time. I think Nottingham City, they're only 3 points behind Leicester now. Whatever happens to Ipswich can be superb. Yeah, it's interesting. I know football fans just like to win, but the idea that fans of League One parachute teams are getting very competitive with a team promoted from League One is interesting. But it is what it is, isn't it? And yeah, you would expect those three teams to be the top three with the way it's panning out. 46-game season, every team has a mini rough patch, absolutely. Unless you're Reading 2005, 6 or whatever it is when they got 106 points. You can't have a rough patch. Oh, in comes Frost to the back post. Oh, it's a good tackle by Drama. If that comes through to Roberts, he is stroking that into the net for 2-1. Drama does really well, doesn't he? To quote the great Roy Keane, it's his job. He's in front. You would say if Roberts scored that, Drama is fast asleep. But this quick balls out to the wingers are very effective, aren't they? What a cross by Clark. I didn't notice he put it over with the outside of his right foot there. Tremendous work. Right, that's another foul by Bakuna. He's surely got to be close to a yellow. He's clattered Roberts again. Roberts rejects the apology, and he kind of has a point. Bakuna is very lucky not to have gone into the book, I would suggest, in this game. Cody Drama is obviously telling him, oh, he's not booked Pat Roberts, has he? That's crazy. Why has he booked him? He's booked him for taking the corner. Or why has he booked him? Has he mouthed off or has he done that? I've got no idea why. I feel a bit for Patrick Roberts there. Bakuna's clattered him twice now and not been booked. And now Roberts has been booked. To be fair, I don't know if he said something completely ridiculous to the ref, then he deserves to be booked. But I'd be interested to know why he's got the yellow there. That does seem a bit counterintuitive, let's just say. Roberts puts the free kick in. It's a lovely delivery. Good header clear. Drama with not a good header clear, but gets away with one there. And here comes Miyoshi on the break. Is Bellingham going to make the tactical foul? No. Miyoshi puts it through. That's really good goalkeeping from Patterson to come out and claim that one. I have to say, this is a really good game. Really enjoying this one. Whoever called it a basketball game in the chat, he's looking for a penalty there, Dan Neal, isn't he? It doesn't look like a pen from Bakuna on Neal, I have to say. Whoever called it a basketball game in the chat was correct. Rooney said exciting, no fear football. So far, 1 point from 12, Alan. To be fair to Rooney, it is exciting. I'm enjoying it. But Alan, there as a Blues fan, wants winning football, I am sure. Sunderland players love a good booking after a mouth off against the ref. Burke puts it in. Oh, it's dreadful pass from Burke. He should just lay that on a plate for Stansfield. Oh, head in hand stuff that. He puts it behind him. Didn't look a hard pass that to me from Burke. And there's a very reasonable argument that even though maybe Sunderland should have 3 to 5 goals in this first half, Birmingham should have at least 2, shouldn't they? Oh, it's not a difficult pass, is it? He's just got to put that into his path. Anywhere in front of him to the right, just puts it behind him, doesn't he? Poor ball from Ollie Burke. Feels like I'm piling in on him. It's just my opinion that that could easily have been 2-1 to Birmingham. Ross Stewart with the Southampton squad. There you go. That'll trouble the teams up at the top of the table. A fit Ross Stewart with, you would think, the possession and the chances that they're going to make over at Southampton. Bakuna is lucky to be on a yellow. However, Robert's reaction to second isn't that bad. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Still a foul, though, isn't it, Matty? And you'd think the totting up of the two would have ended up in a yellow card. But hey-ho, ho-hum. 41 gone, 1-1. Great game, I have to say. Really, really entertaining stuff. I know the Blues fans in the chat were a little bit terrified coming up the sort of 25-minute mark. Could have been 2-3-0 to Sunderland, couldn't it? But they're right in this now. And here comes Stansfield into the box. Stansfield, bit selfish that. Hits the shot. He's got a reverse ball on there to Bakuna, and he's perfectly capable of pulling it off. Hits the shot, deflected out, wins the corner. And Birmingham ending the half well. We play them after the international break. Oof. You know, as soon as he's up and running, Annie, he's going to be scoring, isn't he? Ross Stewart, the former Sunderland striker. Sky just showing us the replay. Was there a foul on Rising by Awu in the first instance? We are driving this game forward. Deserve to be level after a goal. I agree. Goals change games. Corner comes in. Awu with the header. It's going to come back out to Miyoshi. Who has he won another corner? Or is it a throw? Yeah, it's almost like Birmingham weren't in the game at all at 1-0. And the second, oh, no, that's not totally fair. They did make that chance before, didn't they, for Stansfield? So, yeah, something changed. Maybe it wasn't the goal. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Drama curls in, easy catch for Anthony Patterson. Spurs 1-0 up. Macduff, yes, they are. Brendan Johnson early in the game. So turning into a good away performance. Yeah, maybe. Armstrong and Stewart are decent. Decent. Yeah, very good. That smells like goals to me. Oh, horrible giveaway by Ekwa. Here is Stansfield. Ekwa does well to win that one back. Prediction for this game. Well, my prediction is in the hope that it stays like this. Both sides are probably going to score again if it stays like this because it is well open, isn't it? Well open. After the Millwall game, I've been impressed with Drama in every game. Yeah, I was at the Millwall game, Matty, and Drama wasn't that good, so I assume that's what you're referring to. But yeah, I think he's a good player. He was excellent for Luton, wasn't he, in the promotion last season? 4-0 Posh. What in the damn Ferguson is going on there? That's tremendous. Here comes Laird down the right. He is not going to reach that. And out it goes. And we got the camera on the unavailable Sunderland defenders there. And hopefully they're behind their teammates. But Birmingham are on top now, aren't they? It's a fair comment. I would think you would all agree. Bounces off Ekwa. Miyoshi. Oh, nice little win there by Silt. Tries the big diag. Nothing doing. Poku again for Posh. Thanks, Annie. Oh, lovely football there. Triangle there to get Ekwa down the right-hand side. Ekwa tries to put the cross in. It deflects out. Awu, who's an absolute monster of a bloke, isn't he? Heads it clear. Robert, glad you're doing a watch-along. All the best. Thank you so much, Robert. Good supporter of the channel. Speaking of which, if you do want to support the channel, sorry to go in sales mode, you can hit the join button somewhere down there. It's not obliged. Your comments and your likes are greatly appreciated. But if you can dig in your pocket for as little as $2.99 per month, you can help me, hopefully, make this a nice living for me and my family. It's not yet, but we live in hope, and we appreciate all of your support since the COVID period when I lost my job, like lots of you did. 5 minutes stoppage time, by the way. There was that big stoppage, wasn't there, for Ollie Burke. He's played on, by the way. It looked fairly innocuous when it occurred. And we are at 46-20 on the clock. When Buchanan is fit, he'll go straight back in. Such a solid defender. And I remember, Alan, when we used to watch him for Derby, very good in the air as well, Buchanan. Particularly if you want to play that diagonal ball, get your fullback forward, he'll win it in the air against his opposite number a lot. I think Dram will be unlucky to lose his place when Buchanan is back. Yeah, good to have the competition, though, isn't it, as always? And there is the man on my screen. who's got to make head nor tail of that competition, and who's the better player and who's better for what Birmingham need. There's the switch out to Roberts. Oh, excuse me, that's not Roberts, is it? That's Huggins, the fullback. Now, I think Bacuna has been flagged for another foul. That didn't look much like a foul, I have to say. Did he foul him? No, not at all. The irony would be if Bacuna got booked for that one when maybe there wasn't really much in it. Free kick to Sunderland. Remember that Sunderland goal came from a corner that probably wasn't a corner, but very tough call for the officials there, particularly the linesman's on the opposite side as well. And the ball is back with Patterson. Michael, with Ipswich likely to lose club captain Sam Morsey for AFCON. How will Ipswich cope? They'll struggle without Morsey. Morsey's very good. You just got to hope the coaching kicks in and others can step up. But look, I don't think anyone would deny if you take your captain and one of your leaders out your team for 2 months, would you rather have him or not? You'd rather have him, wouldn't you? So, yeah, that could be tricky. Ekwai hits the shot, blocked out by Awu. Excuse me. And won by Stansfield on the left wing. Bacuna plays that down the line. Now, he got caught late. I think they'll pull this back, won't they? Now, Bacuna is down. The referee is not in great... Referee Whitestone is not ingratiating himself because he's now booked another player for dealings with Bacuna. I mean, yeah, fair enough, but I can't believe Bacuna didn't get booked. I mean, he's clearly left one on Bacuna there for what he did, what he's done to Roberts there, Trey Hume. But yeah, the fact that Bacuna isn't booked and Hume and Roberts are is probably not a great source of amusement to the Sunderland fans. Good afternoon, Nat. Welcome to you, fella. I'm guessing if Sky Sports carries the game, we can see it in America on ESPN+. Forgive me, that's out of my wheelhouse. Excuse me. In comes the long ball from the free kick. It's picked up by Miyoshi, and he, a rare mistake there, has given it away. Goes long. Ooh. Last-ditch stuff there from Laird. He was 1v1 with Ricin. Bounces up and he just wins the header. Listening from Turkey, Steve. Great commentary. Thank you so much. Wish we kept the Loch Ness Drogba. I bet you do. I bet you do. He'd have probably scored in that first half, wouldn't he? But he's not there, and the first half is over. Sunderland won. Birmingham won. Really, really entertaining stuff. Let me read the last couple of comments. McDuff, Tranmere and Bournemouth predictions, please. I'll leave that to the chat. Help us out. Who are they playing? I'm all in championship mode here, but the chat will help you out with that one. Callum, today is our last 3 p.m. home game until January 27th. Ouch. Enjoy it, Callum. Against Stoke, isn't it? Bacuna, not on the crowd's Christmas card list. I bet he's not. Right, guys, I need to refuel and get a drink. So you have got 2.5 minutes of be right back noise. And as it says on the screen, I'll be right back and we'll reflect on the first half. If you don't mind filling the comments up in the meantime, I will be right back. See you soon. Okay, welcome back, everybody. It is halftime. It is Sunderland 1, Birmingham 1. Get your thoughts in. Interested to know them on the first half. My take, for what it's worth, is it was blooming entertaining. I thought Sunderland genuinely could have been probably 2, 3, 4, dare I say, up at the midway point in the first half. I wonder if the graph will tell us when it kind of kicks back. Yeah, it's about the half hour mark. And then Birmingham, I mean, they make themselves a chance. And then from then on, I thought Birmingham were the better side, actually, strangely, because they looked miles off it in the first 30 minutes. And then I thought played really well, actually, and became sort of a bit basketball-y, either that or Birmingham were on top, weren't they? So fascinating half, really entertaining if you're a neutral. I could understand if you were a supporter of either side, you'd probably be a bit miffed actually, because if you're a Sunderland fan, you'd be thinking, how are you not in control of that game? How are you level? And if you're a Birmingham fan, even though you'd be happy with the last 15 minutes, you're literally thinking, what about the first 30? Why is Sky doing this? Sky are showing a super slow-mo of that corner incident, and they literally have to slow it down to super slow-mo and magnify it to show us that it wasn't a corner. And okay, that's unlucky if you're Birmingham, but we're either, and I'm going to have a bit of a rant about this kind of VAR type stuff, we're either going to accept that we've got humans in charge and it's impossible for you. I'm sorry, unless you're like the Terminator or something, and you've got a microchip in your head that can process that, it's impossible for a human to see who that hits last. So we either need to just accept that and stop slowing it down and magnifying it, and then everyone has a pop at the ref, or we need to just ref the whole thing with technology. Stop after every phase and we'll look at it. But one or the other, please, for God's sake. I hope they're not piling in on the officials for not getting that, because the linesman's on the other side, and you literally have to magnify it to see who it hit. But sorry, that just a bit annoying when they do that. I hope they've said that. Look, that's a very difficult one to spot. But anyway, let me just bring up the numbers after that big rant about TV companies throwing the officials under the bus, and that gets picked up by the fans, doesn't it? And we already have such a terrible culture of disrespect towards the officials, whether they're good or bad or not. That's a side issue. The disrespect is flagrant, isn't it? But anyway, why am I ranting so much? Dear oh me. There's the numbers. 65-35 on the possession, 1.34 to 1.14 on the XG, 11 shots to 8. Do you not remember after about 20 minutes, that was 9 shots to 1, wasn't it? So for it to be 11-8, it's really swung back in Birmingham's favour. We've got a live league table. You know me, I love a live league table. Can you see that over on the right-hand side of my screen as you look? So the draw would put Sunderland onto 24 and Birmingham on to 20, as always with draws. Not the greatest use to either team, but is this going to end in a draw? It might end in a draw, mightn't it? All of that kind of attacking might just even itself out, hasn't it? Right. What have we got in the chat here? Encouraging for Birmingham going forward that we can play football after the first 30 minutes. Up the Villa, says Stupid Boy. I think they were saying it was a handball again with that one as well. So it flicks off his head and the arm's like there. And who commented that? Dale. VAR would have found a decision there, wouldn't they? They would have slowed it down to 5 million frames per second or whatever, and found a decision. But it's that far away and it hits his hand. So whatever, hey, whatever. What shall we have here? How is Ollie Burke scammed? I mean, that's harsh, Sam, but there may be a kernel of truth in the point. Agree about Drogba. Are we talking about the Loch Ness Drogba? I feel Ben's pain having to suffer. Hey, Jay, I'm really enjoying it, to be honest. It's a blooming entertaining game, I have to say. Nice of both teams, John, to put on a how not to defend masterclass in this game. I mean, there is that, but as a neutral, and I'm in may the best team win mode, I love it. It's back and forth. It's a proper basketball wave game, isn't it? What's your thoughts on Bakuna? I honestly think he's rubbish for an attacking player. His passing shooting is awful. The thing with Bakuna, Jay, is I don't think he's rubbish. I think he's really talented, actually, but you just don't see it often enough. But it's blindingly obvious to anyone that if he did that regularly, he would be playing at a higher level than, you know, with respect to Birmingham and the Championship in the middle of the Championship. So, yeah, I can see why, you know, his inconsistency irritates. Mark, if more fans would listen to your rant, the football world would be better. Well, thank you, Mark. I agree with that sentiment. I just feel that the officials, whether they get stuff right or wrong, and they do get it wrong, should be respected and should be seen as an authority figure. And I know people struggle with authority figures. I used to get in trouble with my teachers at school. I know people struggle, and I know like stewards at the football and police officers, you know, I get it. But if we, at the moment, referees are just looked down upon like excrement on your shoe, aren't they? And that's a problem, isn't it? And I do feel that we either need to accept that they're human and they get stuff wrong, or we need to completely ref the game with technology, because it can't be in the middle. It can't be that, oh, they're human, but we're going to have a go at them for missing something that human can't do. That's not fair. That's an unfair standard to hold them to, isn't it? I'm ranting again. Christopher, do you reckon Brandon Williams will score v Swans? I would love both of them to score. I don't know, actually. I'll say no and hope someone else gets the goals for Ipswich today. A mobile forward is top of shopping list. We'd all like one of those, wouldn't they? Birmingham should never have sacked Eustace. Well, we will find out, won't we? Bakuna has one great game in 5, but agree if he was consistent. Yes. Yeah, John talks sense about Birmingham. Sometimes I see him do stuff. I remember, John, did I see you at that game? I went to a Birmingham game early last season, and I can't remember who they played. They won. They're playing Huddersfield. And he was excellent. And I was like, he's a player. But yeah, then you watch him again, and he's like this game, he's getting into it with Roberts and committing fouls and not really doing a lot. But he's capable of winning you the game, that is for sure. Right, let's do a couple of bits of housekeeping. Keep your comments coming. Jay is right. It is time for a halftime like spike. That can be the first bit of housekeeping. How many likes have we got? 81 likes. If you would be so kind as to hit the like button right now if you're watching, and we'll see how close we can get to 100. So hit like if you're watching right now. You've got 9 seconds as we indulge ourselves in a like spike. Thank you, everybody. Hopefully that number is swelling nicely and we can get ourselves up to 100. We are also very happy to be in association with Match Bingo. Really pleased that they are working with us here. Damn. There's bad news on the Match Bingo front. One line has gone. Somebody's won it. And there I am. Look, so I am 2, 2, and 3 away from all of my lines there. What do I need? Sunderland haven't had an offside in the first half. Well, that's positive. So I need Sunderland to be offside and Birmingham to make a third sub. But it's 2 lines now. So then I also need a yellow card shown in a minute ending in 6th and a Birmingham headed goal. It's sounding tricky for me, but it's really good fun over on Match Bingo. They've given me my card for free. So if I do win, I'll donate the the winnings to a charity. But yeah, get involved. Matchbingo.co.uk/BBFC, the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. That stands for, of course. Right, let's get back in the comments. Sunjic underrated question, Sam. Probably, but on the basis, not compared to his transfer fee, because Birmingham paid a fortune for him, but on the basis that some people think he's terrible. He's not terrible, is he? He's, there's a player in there as well. It's like a few of these Birmingham players, isn't it? They just need consistently get something out of them, don't they? Dave, Dale, excuse me. Sorry, Dale. Ekwa having an off game, a few misplaced passes. Probably right about that, Dale. Triantis and Silt look okay, just a bit nervous. Yeah, I agree on both counts there. What else? We've got some lovely afternooning going on in there. Welcome, the Chaotic Bean, a QPR fan. You are very welcome here. In fact, let's do that right now. Let's give a shout out to all of your teams before we go back for the second half. It's roll call time. So you've got 15 seconds. I'll hit the button. Tell me, just type in the name of the team you support. Don't try and catch me out with stupid ones. I know someone always tries it and does. Be honest, because it's quite good research for me to know who we're broadcasting to. So just type the name of the team you support in the chat. Obviously, I am an Ipswich fan. We want to know, come one, come all, give them all a shout out. We want to know who you support. Here we go. You've got 15 seconds, roll call time. Right, it's roll call time on the channel. It's second half time as well. Type the name of your team in the chat. I'll let it go a little bit and we'll give you as many of your teams a shout out as possible. We're about to kick off the second half. So what I will do is I'll let that go a little bit more. We'll just run through the teams here as we are about to kick off. I'll do it quickly, actually. I'm always behind, aren't I? Patterson, Hume, Silt, Triantis, Huggins across the back for Sunderland. Ekwa, Neil, Bellingham central, Robertson, Clark wide with Royston up top for Ruddy. Across the back, Ruddy, for Ruddy, did I say for Birmingham? Across the back, Ruddy led, Sanderson, Awu, Drama. We have kicked off. Actually, they're on the attack. Let me come away from this. Drama puts the cross, so led cross into the back stick, and it is cleared by Sunderland. Quickly, Sunjic and James central for Birmingham. Wide, Bakuna, Miyoshi with Burke off Stansfield. Up top, right. Let's give your teams a shout out. What have we got in the chat here? Shadwell. I don't know what that means. Hopefully, he's not caught me out there. Foul by James on Clark. Rangers, Birmingham and Dortmund. Leeds. They're everywhere. Sunderland. Excellent. Good. We've got some Sunderland fans. Keep your insight coming in. Birmingham. Good. We've got both sides represented. QPR. Wednesday, Leeds, Millwall, and Liverpool. Brilliant stuff. We want opinions from everybody, but especially those Birmingham and Sunderland fans in the chat. Really appreciate hearing from you. Give us your views as the game goes on. Yellow card for Jordan James for a foul on Jack Clark. Have I just turned the heater up or down? I've turned it down. Let's turn it up. Free kick to Sunderland that Pat Roberts is going to take. He knocks it out wide to Jack Clark. Clark, little dribble, knocks it back. It's really poor from arguably Sunderland's best player, and they've had to go all the way home to Anthony Patterson. 1-1. Ekwa back to Seal. And back to Ekwa. Long one, full. Good ball by Ekwa to Bellingham. Bellingham, nice take, nice feet. Bellingham blocked by Sanderson. Royce-Sin, if he could have back-heeled that. Difficult pass, but yeah, Clark behind him. Sunderland starting the second half well. Started the first half well. Half an hour of it, arguably. Ekwa. Tries to cross it to the back post. It's poor from Ekwa. Ekwah is one of those players, you look at him and you think, okay, physicality, really nice. First touch, really good. Passing, really good. Looks like a diamond worth polishing there. It's only young, Ekwah as well, isn't he? Ekwah knocks that one out. Hume, was it? Excuse me. Here's Ekwah again. He tries to poke it through. Here's a Birmingham counter though. Stansfield powering down the left-hand side. Stansfield trying to come in. Good defended by Sunderland. Out to Bakuna. Can I inquire why Rangers are no longer Glasgow Rangers? I think, wasn't that, didn't they like completely rename the company? I will bow to R. Macduff's superior knowledge. If you live in the city, you don't call them Glasgow Rangers, usually Jers. I think Sunderland have been relying on our wingers and midfielders to score the goals for too long. They forgot how to play strikers in. Fair comment. Anyone in the chat watching or supporting the UK heavyweight, Tom Aspinall? Never heard of him, David. And we have one who's an Ipswich fan, Fabio Wardley, who I think he was on the bill on the Tyson Fury fight. I must admit, I quite like the boxing, but I'm not very knowledgeable on it. But the Tyson Fury thing they had in Saudi the other week, was he on that? I think he was, wasn't he? I'm sure the more knowledgeable boxing guys in the chat will smarten me up. At this point, I would take a draw. There you go. Louis on it. Is he good, Tom Aspinall, then? Good luck to him. Sorry, just a quick match bingo update. Look at that. We are closing in now a little bit. Uh, 50 minutes coming up. Here's Drama. Tries to dribble out of defence, has to turn back, but uses the ball well, actually, to be fair. Led knocks that one down the line. Oh, he's UFC, is he? Okay, interesting. Definitely missed opportunities playing the strikers over the last game there, Sunderland. Here comes Roberts. Down the right, cleared out. We're in trouble if your team start calling themselves. Well, they do. I mean, Dave's team is QPR. Often call them Rangers, don't we? Are there many other Rangers? Stafford Rangers? What other Rangers are there? Oh, here comes Clark into the box. Clark to the byline. That's gone out, hasn't it? Yeah, linesman has flagged. Aspinall, yeah, MMA fighter. And yes, Wardley was on the Tyson Fury fight. Yeah, got that right. I'm not sure who will beat John Jones. Oh, interesting. When is the next UFC, guys? Berwick Rangers. I'll give it to you. Yeah, called that one right. The officials. It looked out, didn't it? Even from watching on the hard cam. Yeah, everyone's correcting me. I did miss Berwick Rangers. What Premier League team do you support? I don't really have a Premier League team, just like Ipswich, really. But I don't know which Premier League team I have a soft spot for. Honestly, don't really have one, to be honest, if that's a bit boring. There you go. UFC on tonight. Well, good luck to Tom Aspinall, then. I'll fly the English flag for him. Is he English or UK or what? I don't know. Hume. Silt. They've given it away, but Ekwah has won it back. Try the diagonal. It's gone out for a corner. And the score remains 1-1. There is Gary Cook, who is the CEO at Birmingham. Presumably, he made the final call or the final suggestion on bringing in Wayne Rooney as the manager. JB listening in from Australia. It's 12:46 in the morning. Come on, Blues. They've taken the games off TV. Oh, well, you're very welcome. There's an attempted slide through. Awu. Sunjic. And it's going to go back through to Patterson. Actually, I wanted to address this. Christopher Ben, who is the guy doing the Premier League bold predictions? So we've had my mate Mikey, who's on the Blue Monday podcast, good friend of mine, doing the bold predictions. We have listened to your feedback. So what we're probably going to try is me and Mikey in discussion. So I will be on the Premier League bold predictions, but I'm humble enough to admit that Mikey knows way more about the Premier League than I do. So he will lead. But a few people suggested they wanted me on the show as well. Not that Mikey's not brilliant, because he is, but we are going to tag team up on that. Hope that's good news for you guys who are fans of the channel. Always tell us what you want and we'll try and give you what you want. Sorry, we are 54 in on this one. Yeah, so you're right, about 45 minutes with the stoppage time. There was 5 in the first half. Weren't they? Ian, you legend. Great to see you the other day. Listening at Blundell Park, Grimsby. I saw Ian, a staunch Rotherham United fan at Rotherham the other night. Pretty entertaining game, that 2-2 between Rotherham and Ipswich. 2 late goals in that, but great to see Ian. Great for me to make so many friends doing this. And Ian is one of them. I've met him probably 3 or 4 times now up at Rotherham. Always a pleasure. Throw in to Birmingham. Why is referee Whitestone? He's going to talk to Cody Drammer about something or other. That's Hoyt forward. I have to say, both sides are probably a little less free-flowing. Maybe they're defending a little better in this half, which is good if you're a fan of Birmingham or Sunderland. But I was quite enjoying the carnage in the first half, I have to say. It's not quite the open basketball game it was. That's nicely knocked off. Great control by Miyoshi. Plays it down the right for Stansfield. Stansfield, good ball. Laird knocks it inside. It's poor from Laird. His touch wasn't great. Didn't really look committed. I wonder whether he could have just swung that across first time, but he did not. And that was a nice looking attack there. As usual, Miyoshi was at the heart of it for Birmingham. He's been pretty decent today, hasn't he? Got on the score sheet as well. Roberts up the other end now. Ryson hits the shot. Really decent block by Awu. Roberts, lovely give and go. Cross comes in from Huggins. That's more like it from both teams. Yeah. What team does Mikey support in the Premier League? He's an Ipswich fan, but he works for the Premier League. So that's the, or rather, he works for Premier League Productions. There's the link there. In fact, it was Mikey who kindly donated the copy of FIFA when we gave that away. Corner taken short. In it goes. Oh, headed back across. How has that gone in? The ball is in the back of the net. It was an incredible header back across. I don't know whether it's an own goal. We will find out in just a second. It looks like the goal stands. Was it possibly Triantis who's going to get the goal, or has Ayu put it in as an own goal? We'll find out imminently, but the conclusion there is that it is Sunderland 2, Birmingham 1. We'll pick that one apart in just a second, and you can put your thoughts in the comments. Okay, so I still stand. There's a brilliant header back across. Kind of like curls, doesn't it? Ayew is very unlucky, tries to clear it, and he clears it off Triantis. Or does it come off Sanderson? I don't know who that goes in off. We need to see the angle from behind again. It's all down to the superb header, I think, from, who is it? Was it Trey Hume with the mullet? Someone correct me in the chat there. Might be an own goal for Sanderson. Ayew is unlucky because he throws himself in to defend it, tries to hook it out with the right foot, and it just bounces in. He couldn't have done a lot more. It's just weird what happened to that header, isn't it? I think it was Trey. Was it Trey Hume who headed it back across? Forgive me. I haven't got my numbers scrolled down because I'm doing the match bingo thing. It kind of curved in the air, whether the wind took it or the header curled and spun, but it is 2-1 nonetheless. Someone give me their thoughts in the chat. Sunderland back in front. Clark hits the shot, blocked out. Is it going to fall? No, Sanderson gets there. And I think, are we in time to go across? Thank you, Alistair. Yeah, so if it was Trey Hume, it was a brilliant header, wasn't it? He arcs it back from like an impossible angle. And they're just a bit unlucky, aren't they, there? There's three players all piling in. It's just because it's such a good header back across goal. And it just bounces in. Have they given it to Sanderson as an own goal? Does it go in off Triantis? I don't know. We will find out. But right, Callum, did Bellingham celebrate? Not really. No, it was kind of half and half. Clearance deflected off Triantis, possibly. We'll see what the... I did think it went in off Triantis first, but then when I saw the angle from the back, I was like, does it go in off Sanderson? Got Sunderland to win on the coupon, so happy for this to finish 2-1. Have I done the banner the wrong way? Yeah, sorry, I've done the banner the wrong way around. Let's switch there. It's not 2-1 to Birmingham. It's 2-1 to Sunderland, of course. Thank you. And here, there we go. Sorry about that. Got your scores the wrong way round. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. Great game. How many players on the pitch could be playing in the Premier League within 2 or 3 years? That's a great shout, actually. A good few. Sorry about the graphic. My bad. Clicked that the wrong way round. Sorry. Thank you for the polite corrections. There we go. I understand Championship playoff final VAR, but yeah, they've had VAR in the Championship playoff final for the past 2 years. Don't talk to the Huddersfield fans about that. We did get a goal disallowed using VAR, didn't we, in the last final? Who was the lad who went through for Luton and scored? Taylor, wasn't it? Right, here we go. What a header that is by Trey Hume. That is superb. Maybe they deserve their bit of luck. And I have to say, does it go in off his nether regions, Triantis? That goes in off Sanderson's hand, doesn't it? I think it goes in off Sanderson's hand. What would be absolutely fascinating is if VAR would have given a penalty for that and not an own goal, because his arm's away from his body. So I think VAR would have probably given a penalty for that, and you wouldn't have got the goal. You'd have got a free shot of goal. Here's Clark into the box. Clark reverse ball. Hume is in. He is onside and he misses. John, I did think... Oh, sorry, it's Dan Neal. Excuse me. Brilliant from Clark. I thought he was onside, actually. Good save by Ruddy, who is appealing. And this game is all of a sudden open once again. Yeah, absolutely outstanding header back across goal for Sunderland by Hume. And then they get the bit of luck. Goes in off Sanderson's hand. Which obviously, as we're saying, if the hand is out, VAR would have, even though it's inches from the goal and goes straight in, they'd have given a penalty, wouldn't they? Because at the point the ball hits the hand, you stop the game and it doesn't go in the goal. I would say common sense, just give the goal. It's gone over the line and you're not allowed to handball it. But what you're going to do? Come on, Sunderland. Wolves been the better side, just can't score. My thoughts exactly on Wolves. Yeah, let us know what's going on in the other games. I think, did Annie say in the chat that it was 5-0? Is it to the Posh, 4 or 5-0? And we will see. Match bingo update, everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. Unfortunately, though, 2 of those. I need a left-footed goal for Sunderland and I need a headed goal for Birmingham. That's where I may struggle, I have to say. Wouldn't the goal override the handball? It wouldn't, would it, Saint? I don't think. No, because the game would stop at the point. The goal hasn't happened by the time it hits his hand. So I'd be interested to hear a referee on that. But my understanding is VAR would probably give a penalty there and not a goal. Interesting. Interesting for nerds like me. How about that? Thank you all for joining us here. Sunderland 2, Birmingham 1. And the game is picking up a bit of the pace that it had in the first half, isn't it? Thank you all for joining us. We've got 108 likes. Outstanding. We said, could we get 100? Hit like if you haven't already, or save it for the next like spike. Led down the right-hand side. Led crosses in. I'm getting so confused. I've called Laird Drama because I know Drama as a right back, but obviously he's playing at left back today. Yes, Sunderland, get in. Confused again. Yeah, that's my fault, Christopher. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button and tapped the scoring wrong. Corner for Birmingham, taking shot. Miyoshi puts it in near post, headed away by Hume. And Bakuna has got it. It's back with Sanderson. Sanderson knocks it in to Bakuna. Sanderson's got it back. Birmingham just taking the sting out of it, knocking it back into Ruddy. And this one's nicely poised now, isn't it? Birmingham have to push to try and get the equaliser. Sunderland always nice attacking side, aren't they? So, Laird was lucky he got there first because that was a bit of a stiff leg tackle from him. And now James has gone down injured. Wayne Rooney shakes his head. Jack Clark just hits him in the back, and I think he caught his left ankle. Did Sanderson play for Sunderland? I think he did, didn't he? Someone check that in the chat. In fact, why don't I just do it myself? Got my phone out in front. I think he was on loan there. He's scored an own goal against them today. No, he didn't. Wolves and Birmingham. Cardiff was his other loan. That's the one I was thinking of. Here is Laird. Laird tries to get down the right. That's going out. Laird's confident he's a corner. And he is right. Stansfield should have been sent off. What's that for, Graham? Have I missed that? Dale, I haven't caught your opinions on Bristol City getting Manning. Prior to Mowbray, was top of my wish list. Dale, I've done a separate video on that one. So do take a look on that. It is... it is a bit of a free-form one, so I am a bit rambly. So Patterson gathers the corner easily, and we are 67 up. Oh, nice ball through the lines by Dan Neil. Sorry. There was a sub, wasn't there? Abdoulaye Ba came on for Ricin, but he's not playing up front bar. Is he as Bellingham? Oh, yes, he is. Excuse me. Bellingham was just ahead of him at that particular phase of play. Roberts knocks that one down the line. In comes the cross off Sanderson. Corner. Birmingham. Sunderland. Excuse me. I'm getting in a mucking fuddle again with my teams. My bad. Tony Mowbray just giving out some instructions. We're going to get a double sub from Sunderland. Sanderson was on loan at QPR. Yeah, he's been to a few clubs, hasn't he? Need another goal, Graham. Probably agree with that. Yeah, it's that open a game, isn't it? The dark days. I'm trying to forget Robin Hood. Oh, we've got team news, have we? Is it 2 o'clock? It must be 2 o'clock. There you go. Liam Manning's first team there. No Taylor Gardner Hickman. Rumours where we were going to re-sign Sanderson and game back never happened. Get your team news in. Chair suspended. Reggie Cannon out. Willock needs to step up today. Anyone wants to tell me the Ipswich team as well? That would be lovely. Blues need Gary Gardner to try and control the midfield. That's not a bad shout, that JX. I see that happening actually. Miyoshi Bakuna hits the shot straight down the throat of Patterson in goal. Jenny Window, and then again this summer I was hearing his name. Yeah, so plenty of links for Dion Sanderson, but he's back at Birmingham and he's in a 1v1 with Joe Bellingham. Right now, Bellingham did really well actually to beat him and then couldn't put the cross in. Good fundamentals, Bellingham. Good DNA. I know it's unfair to keep comparing, but it's only natural. It's only natural. We need some changes from Birmingham, you would think. Here comes Laird down the right. Laird stands still in the box. Miyoshi overlaps him, still gets the cross in, but it is cleared away. Sunjic. Driving inside is Drama. Does he win the corner? I think he does. Legend, Anna. Thank you. Oh, so no Brandon Williams. Damn. But I do see the name Broadhead, which I like. Strong. Thank you, guys. Can you let us know the team news in the chat if your teams are out? These centre-halves frighten the life out of me. Look, I understand that point of view, Graham. They've got to get their experience somehow. But, yeah, there has been moments today. Out comes Jordan James, and in comes Shariki Dembele. Don't know why he's not starting. Maybe it's a fitness thing. Wayne Rooney obviously knows way more about that than I do. But I think that Birmingham's best attacking player has just entered the game in terms of Dembele. Excellent player. Thank you, Dave. That is the first team there for QPR under Marty Cifuentes. Great watch along. Thank you. Looks like an Aussie Sunderland fan there. Come on, Triantis, he says. Bakuna sticks the corner in for Birmingham, which has gone loose. But Sunderland get it clear. Patterson was on the deck there, so any shot probably would have gone in the goal, wouldn't he? I really like Patterson. Good keeper, but just misjudged that one, didn't he? Bakuna knocks that out to the right wing. Decent enough take by Laird. Poor defended by Roberts. Laird does really well. Miyoshi. Oh, Miyoshi fancied the left foot shot. You could see from the hard cam where that could have gone in the corner. He just thought otherwise. I don't know why, because he's got it in his locker. Miyoshi was sitting it in the first half to just stick that in the corner there. Nice one, Saint. Harwood Bellis in. So no. What's the big centre back for not Bednarek for Southampton? God, that's a strong team, isn't it? Look at that. And we're waiting to see Ross Stewart in that Southampton team. We have not seen it yet. Out goes Pat Roberts. Been fairly decent today. He was in the wars, wasn't he, with Bakuna earlier in the first half. Please, Dazelle, no losing your head today, but curious why Dixon Bonnet has been dropped. Captain Cooper starts for Leeds today. We knew rather, what's the lad for Leeds called? Strowwick. He was, I think he's had surgery, hasn't he? Leeds fans will correct me in the chat. He wasn't going to be playing today. Okay, Mayenda and Ayachichi in for Sunderland. More importantly, has that affected my match bingo card? Still only one line claimed there. By the way, on match bingo, it does roll over to future games if the full prize pot doesn't get claimed. Hello from Detroit. Welcome. How are the lads? Love the channel. Thank you so much. Double hernia op. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, lads, in the chat on Pascal Strack. Oh, here comes Clark. What a dribbler he is. Clark down the line. Cross comes in. It was Clark arriving. And I think his own teammate got in his way there. Forgive me on the numbers. We just had a load of subs come in. Who was that got in his way? Might have been Chichi, the sub. It's going to be another corner for Sunderland. Chichi's giving it that to the crowd. Stuart played 45 minutes for the under-23s. Yeah, so I don't think he's going to be starting yet for Southampton, but we're looking out for that name, aren't we? In fact, the shot didn't even come off the one a minute ago. Sunderland player deflected off Birmingham. In comes the corner, half cleared. Clark lining up the shot. Good defending by Miyoshi. And kept alive by Dan Neal. Knocked forward. We are subs ahoy now. Sorry, I was just checking my match bingo card. Nothing doing. Don't know if I'm going to be in for the win. Get involved. Matchbingo.co.uk/BBFC. Clark down the left-hand side. Clark engages into the box. Sunjic, mamby-pamby tackle. Clark still. He puts it into the middle. And Ayachichi off the bench gets the goal. It's probably going to be the winning goal, but it is the brilliant dribbling of Jack Clark. Sunjic could have won that in that move. He gives Clark another go. Fatal error. Clark makes space, puts it across the box. And Ayachichi puts it in. It is Sunderland 3, Birmingham 1. Adil Ayachichi, the goal scorer off the bench. Should Sunjic have won the ball off Clark just before Clark then engages Laird and makes the cross? Probably. But Clark is quality, isn't he? And Sunderland are 3-1 up and probably going to win this game now. Never say never, but it's 15 to go and the Sunderland fans behind the goal are celebrating because they are 3-1 up. Get your thoughts in via the comments. Ayachichi has played well. Hopefully keeps it up. 3-1, get in. Let's go. We are terrible. Relegate us now. Effing get in. I'm not going to swear, but you're allowed to. So he kept it up like 2 seconds after I said it. Good shout, Robin Hood. Jack Clark, what a player. Yeah, he's a brilliant player, isn't he? Was just going to say massive respect to Bellingham for clapping both sets of fans. Then that happens. Game over. Get in Black Kirch there. Jack Clark, what a player. Need to keep hold of these young players. Jukovic and Hogan in for Stansfield and Burke. And Birmingham look like they are headed to defeat here. They've brought in the old head. So I'm going to check my match bingo card now. All of those subs have been made. I need one more from Birmingham. Have they not made 3 subs now? I thought I would have got one for that. Obviously not. Did I get goal? Oh no, goal in the 6th minute. Sorry, I'm enjoying my match bingo too much. I think there's a fair few players could play in the Premier League in the next few years. Agreed. 5 games without a win. Venture capitalists should stay out of football, says Paul. And he, like all of you, is entitled to his view on that in the chat. If we don't go up this year, we're going to have trouble holding on to a handful of players. Yeah. That's been the strategy for Sunderland, hasn't it? They've bought young. And, it takes a while to embed them and for them to get up to speed. But they've got some really exciting players. Sunderland. Oi, you. I said when it was announced Rooney's appointment was a mistake. I was hoping for the team to tumble down the league. Rooney out by January. Best get Rowett. He is free. The Blues fans and the chat generally not impressed with Wayne Rooney's start for Birmingham. I try and call it down the middle here. Obviously, no wins in 5 is bad. I think that's an objective fact, isn't it? I don't think that's even a subjective opinion. But what I think is also an objective fact is he's had a lot of teams at the top of the table. So I'll say that. But yeah, it's not going well, is it? 2 things can be true. Wise man say. Ayochichi, the goal scorer, is given away there. Eckwood gets caught. Here comes Hogan down the pitch. Hogan drives goalwards. Unlucky there, Hogan. I was going to say it's a bit selfish because he had Dembele to his left. He had Jukovic to his right, but it's a good strike actually by Hogan, wasn't it? Hits it really well. Oh, he's very unlucky there, Hogan. Just wide of the post. And the pace he's hit that, I don't think Patterson's getting that. Unlucky. It was a tough start for Rooney, to be fair. Agreed. He was supposed to improve us. Yeah, I know. What I would say about the league position, regardless of the defeats, that really didn't work in Rooney's favour either, did it? Eustace won his last 2 games. Birmingham are 6th, aren't they? I don't think they've got a 6th place team, I have to say. But 6th is 6th. And then you got a tricky run of games. But yeah. I can't defend 5 games without a win, can I? No, I can't do that. Laird down the right wins the throw-in off Trey Hume, who did so well for that second Sunderland goal, heading it back across the box. Rooney is just taking counsel with his staff there. But it looks like they are losing this one. Not an ideal situation for Rooney to come into. It would be different if they were playing horribly before. Sam, if we don't beat Sheffield Wednesday, I will cry. Oh, Sheffield Wednesday got Millwall, isn't it? Sam must be a Millwall fan. There you go. Foul and a free kick for Sunderland. Mayenda drawing the foul there. It's gone long. They've had top teams, but so have everyone else. No, you're missing my point there, or you over there. Rooney, let me read it out so I've got the object, so I can be factual about this. Rooney has only played top teams. Yeah, everybody else has played top teams, but so who has Rooney played so far? Middlesbrough, Hull, Southampton, Ipswich, and Sunderland. I think you've got to be fair about it, haven't you? That yeah, no wins in 5 is poor, but he's had a disproportionately difficult start because he's had no teams that are down the bottom. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just trying to call it down the middle. Shot hit in from range, and yeah, Birmingham are losing their heads now a bit, aren't they? Taking on a lot of long range shots. Right, more comments. Come January, we'll really get his players and improve things. Well, signed plenty in the summer, didn't they? How many 12:30 kickoffs have been at Sunderland so far? They've been on for plenty, have they? Well, big fan base, Sunderland, isn't it? I can understand Sky putting them on. Mark Robbins and David Wagner both a bit under pressure. What do you think? I think David Wagner is under significantly more pressure and is more likely to be out. I think Mark Robbins has got so much credit in the bank. He actually is going out for Birmingham. 2 lines have gone on bingo now. Damn it. Do you know, Sunderland, I've got caught offside on my match bingo card. Sunderland haven't been offside once this game. I can't believe it. How about that? Yeah, Birmingham have been a bit loose since the 3rd goal, haven't they? You can imagine. You can imagine why confidence dropped off a little bit. Some more teams coming in. Thank you, Vindaloo, for the Baggies team there. Been in good form, haven't they? The Sun, shining on Sunderland, 3-1. Yes, indeed. Was pleasing young untried coaches. 7:30 a.m. to see Sunderland if they're on early, yeah. That extra couple of hours makes all the difference, doesn't it? Free kick to Sunderland. Seems weird to let Eustace sign so many. Well, the only thing is, Dale, did he sign them? Or did Director of Football Craig Gardner sign them? On behalf of Knighthead Capital. Not a fan of managers doing well, being sacked. Yeah, I know. I get that view. But it sounds like I'm just picking a fight with you over there every time. I'm just giving my counterpoint. I always say, though, anyone who buys a football club has the right to put in whoever they want as manager first off. However, unlucky that does make someone like John Eustace, who's the existing manager. So I can see both sides, is what I'm trying to say. But I don't disagree with that. It often doesn't work when people do that. Dembele driving down the middle of the pitch. Dembele, nice ball out to Jutkiewicz. Jutkiewicz into the box. Hits a good strike left-footed, spilled by Patterson. Oh, Scott Hogan tries to win a penalty clearly there. Doesn't he? Glad to see Ayachiche getting his first goal for the club. What a sub that was. That was really good from Dembele, by the way. Driving down the pitch and at full sprint there. Look at that for a clever little reverse ball with the right foot to Jutkiewicz. Good strike by Jutkiewicz, actually. Good save by Patterson. Could play all round. Five to go in this one. It is Sunderland 3, Birmingham 1. Out it goes for a throw-in to Birmingham. Here is Dembele, who has made a difference, hasn't he? And Bakuna. Eustace faced top 6 teams before he got sacked. Look, we could go on all day here. I think you just need to accept that Rooney's games, I'm not saying he's good or bad or better or worse than Eustace, but if you can't admit that Rooney's games have been hard so far, I think you might be in cognitive dissonance there, and I might not be able to persuade you of anything. All I'm saying, yes, I know Eustace. Well, did Eustace face top 6 teams, in fact? We can have a look at that. And did he beat them, more to the point? Because that's what you're suggesting Rooney should be doing. So Rooney drew against Ipswich, which is a top 6 team. Eustace beat West Brom, to be fair. That's a top 6 team. He beat Huddersfield. That's not. He beat Plymouth. That's not. Bristol City, not. He beat Leeds, but that was at the point where everything was a mess there. So really, Eustace has only beaten one top 6 team in terms of West Brom if you don't class Leeds because they weren't quite there and ready. So, yes, out goes Jack Clark for Mason Burstow, but we'll let that go there. I feel we're into somebody who's not going to be convinced, whatever the argument is. Mason Burstow coming in for Jack Clark, young striker on loan from Chelsea. And Hume is going to take the throw in. Not quite happened yet for Burstow. I do agree with the comments about Sunderland and their striking positions. Here is Sunjic. Curled in. Someone look up. He did beat Leeds. Where were Leeds when they played them, though? Because I bet they weren't in the top 6. And actually, probably West Brom weren't in the top 6 either. Someone check that if we want to continue this debate. But there's probably a conversation to be had there, hasn't there? I still back Rooney and the team, but something has to change very quickly. Yes, indeed. 88-52. Sunderland 3, Birmingham 1. Ekwa drills the shot. Sanderson blocks it. Burstow has had his chances. Should already be on the score sheet. Hope he scores one sooner or later. Yeah, it's just getting those strikers going, isn't it? You want the guarantee. Oh, goodness me. Wolves 1-1. How late is it into that game? They're in the Premier League. Probably very late. Birmingham, there you go. Next 6 fixtures: Sheffield Wednesday, Blackburn, Rotherham, Coventry, Cardiff, Leicester in there, I guess. But some slightly easier fixtures coming up for Rooney. Oh, into the box. Oh, saved by Ruddy. And he knew nothing about that whatsoever. It was Mayenda powered into the box there. It's quite poor from Sanderson. He just lets him get the shot off. And does it just hit Ruddy on the shoulder? It hits him in the face. Oh, I mean, you say good goalkeeping there. He's in the right place. In fact, you can see Ruddy, a massive mark on his ear there where that ball smashed him. But stand up, make the save. That's exactly what he does. Good goalkeeping. We're into 6 minutes of stoppage time in this one. In comes the corner to the near post. That looked like it hit an arm there. It might have been a Sunderland arm. And into the channel it goes. And Huggins pops it out. Jack Clark has been given the Man of the Match award. And we see a lovely touch map for him. And it comes to Jukovic, hits the shot. That's a decent save. And pushed out. Comments. Yeah, it seems to be the biggest struggle with Sunderland to get strikers on the score sheet. Yes, indeed. Obviously, Rooney is no Sir Alex Ferguson. High bar. Not my agenda to argue over, just making overall my opinion of the owner's decision. Yeah, I agree. I just think that to be completely balanced, you should acknowledge that in the first fixtures, he's had difficult games. And I will be the first person to sit here when he's played 12 games and he's played a mix of teams at the top and at the bottom of the table and make the judgment too. I just think to have any balance, you must at least mention that. But I don't want to feel like I'm picking on anyone who's in the comments. And I do agree it's been a poor start. There we go. Have I softened that nicely? What else have we got? Robbins will turn it around. Yeah, I agree with that. Get Rooney signed up for live. Stop it. Oh, Patterson comes out to gather that very close to the edge of the box there and handling it. And here comes a Sunderland counter. Birmingham do not want this to go 4-1. That did not look like Cody Drammer won the ball there, but no foul given. Slid in from the side. And here is Dembele. Bakuna and Eck will go 50-50, and it's going to be a Birmingham. No, it's not. Sorry, it's going to be a Sunderland throw. And who's in a squabble there? Siriki Dembele and Trey Hume. I think it's a talking to for both of them. And no yellow card. And Hume is going to take the throw in. Excuse me. I've got to that point in this flask, which I like, where you can't quite get the bottom bit out. So I'm going to drink it like this. Excuse me. Here comes Sunderland again. Poor finish to the game from Birmingham. I think Wayne Rooney was complaining about the substitutes and the mentality in the last game, and he's not going to be happy with how they're ending this one. In comes the cross, easy gather for Ruddy. To be fair, Eustace would have had a hard time over the last few games. Yeah, that was the point I was kind of trying to make. It's a hard watch. But after 55 years, I'm getting used to it. Here's Aochichi, the scorer of the third goal. Bar. Oh, nice feet. Can he get a shot off or a ball out? He can. Curling shot. Oh, goodness me. Bellingham did not, excuse me, not Bellingham. Burstow did not miss by much. He needs a goal, as the guys were saying in the chat there, the low knee. I like the angle. I like what he's trying to do. How much does he miss by? Oh, he's unlucky there, doesn't he? You can see he's got the whip right. It just doesn't come back quickly enough. If it whips earlier, that's going in the corner, isn't it? But hey, ifs, buts, maybes. And indeed, nearly for Tony Mowbray holds his head. But I still think in a minute's time, he's going to be a happy bunny Mowbray, because there's only 1 minute of minimum stoppage time to go. I'm only going to check it one last time. I need a headed goal, don't I? Sunderland still haven't been offside for this entire match. So I'm going to assume Birmingham aren't going to score a headed goal and Sunderland are going to be offside. In which case, oof. He's had many almost and unlucky. 2-1 Wolves, no way. Bad week for Spurs. Going to be a double defeat if that is right. How about that? In the Premier League, a late goal there. I don't think we're going to get one here. Big thank you to Match Bingo for being our partners for this stream. And I am not winning. Sounds like Wolves are going to win in the Premier League 2-1 over Spurs. Are Spurs still top, or were they still top going into this? I can't remember. Goodness me. Rooney be fired in the morning. I don't think so. But he has lost again. It is full time. Sunderland 3, Birmingham 1. Sunderland get the win. Cameras on Jack Clark there, who was decent today. Got the man of the match, did not score. Let's run through what's gone on, and I can leave you all to have your Saturdays. It was, where's my goal scorers? Joe Bellingham on 17. Sunderland dominant up to half an hour. Birmingham got the equaliser on half an hour. Miyoshi with the goal. Went a bit loose then for the remainder. Birmingham were good, weren't they? But then Sunderland were the better side, weren't they, in the second half? You can see by the attack momentum graph there. It's mainly red. Sanderson own goal. He's a bit unlucky, wasn't it? And then Aochichi, the substitute, got the third. Let's have a look at the championship table, and we can get your final comments on there. And you could have just seen the move there. Sunderland up into 6th place. We said a 2-goal win would do that, of course. They can be overtaken again by West Brom and by Cardiff and by Hull later on in the day. Well, look, let's be fair. Hull are not going to overtake them because they need an 8-goal swing. So they could drop down another couple of places. But a win for Sunderland. Where are Birmingham? They're down in 15th. And you can see those 5 games on the form table are Wayne Rooney's 5 games in charge. 4 defeats and a draw. We've been debating it. I will say that 2 things can be true here, and we need to be balanced about this. That is a terrible start. 1 point in 5 games. That is true. And I will also say Wayne Rooney has had difficult games and they do get easy. That is also true. Read into that however you see fit. Let's get your comments in here. What have we got to finish off? What have we got here? City back on top. Probably say there for the, agree with that. Didn't catch your prediction. West Brom. What did I say? I can't remember. Did I go for a draw? I can't remember. No, Sam did it. What did he say? I think he went Saints, didn't he? Or draw? I can't remember. Cardiff for the dark horse. Back on track. Thanks for the stream. You're very welcome. If we don't beat Wednesday, I want Rooney sacked. Oh, yeah, there you go. And again, it's been a spirited debate with Oyu over here in the chat. That's where I move to his side and Matty's side and say, look, winnable games, we can judge them on and, make something, make me change my mind. Let's just say good luck to Ipswich. Well, thank you. Good luck to all of your teams later, not just Ipswich. I'll try and call this down the middle, of course. Sam went 2-2. There you go. We love Desmond. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Hit like before you go. Go and check out Match Bingo, matchbingo.co.uk/BBFC. And if you do enjoy the channel and want to support, somewhere down there, it says join, and you can do so financially. Sunderland 3, Birmingham 1. Lunchtime for me. See you all later when I found the outro. Here we go. Goodbye, everyone. What an auspicious exit.